been a little airplane production. This has been a little airplane production. This has been a little airplane production.
lands of the north, where the black rocks stand guard against the cold sea. In the dark night that is very long, the men of the Northlands sit by the great log fires, and they tell a tale. They tell how a prince built a long ship, and sailed in it beyond the black ice at the edge of the world, to bring home his bride from the land of the midnight sun. Noggin the Nog was the name of the prince, young and strong and fair as the men of the Northlands are, and he was the son of Canute, king of the Nogs, the ruler of this land of dark forest and snow, this land of mountains and valleys, of deep narrow bays where the sea roars between the black rocks and the wind howls cold in the night. There was the little town of wooden houses, clustered by a bay where the sea was calm, and there above it was the small castle, the castle of King Canute. Now every morning as the sun rose, King Canute put on his crown and took his morning walk, up the steep path beside his castle to the rock above the town, the rock which was known as Canute's seat. There he sat, and as the sun rose behind the mountains to melt away the black clouds of night, King Canute would begin to worry. He would look down on the harbour and the little wooden houses, and he would worry about his people, and what they would eat in winter, and whether their roofs leaked, and whether they had warm socks this cold weather. He would look down on his castle and worry about his queen Grunhilda, and who would look after her when he died, for he was a very old king and not at all well. And then he would think of his son Noggin, and he would worry about Noggin, because it was the custom in the Northland that the king should be married, and if Noggin had not chosen a maiden to be his queen within 6 weeks of his father's death, then he could not be king, and then the crown would go to his wicked uncle, Nogbad the Bad. And then the king would look out over the town and the bay, and see beyond it the forbidding turrets of the castle of Nogbad towering above the forest, and he would worry about Nogbad, and what would happen to his beloved people if the wicked Nogbad should ever become king of the Nogs. And the people of the town would look up at the rock and see their king sitting there worrying, and they would say, "Don't worry, old king, it'll be all right." But of course the king went on worrying just the same. Queen Grunhilda had had her bed moved to the window of the royal bedroom, so that she could watch the king taking his morning walk. Every morning, as the king grew older and more worried, the walk would take him longer, and the queen would lie in bed and watch him. "I feel I should stay here just a few minutes longer, dear girl," the queen would say to her maid, for the queen was called Grunhilda the Lazy One, and she hated getting up. "I feel I should stay here until my dear Knut has got safely up that steep hill. He's not looking at all well this morning, and I would hate anything to happen to him. Keep my breakfast warm, dear." And with a deep sigh, she settled back into the great heap of pillows and closed her eyes. But as she lay there, she felt in her bones that all was not well. She listened hard, but could hear nothing. So, with a great effort, she opened her eyes and sat up. There was the king on top of his rock. But he was not sitting down as he usually did. He was standing by his seat. And from her bed, Grunhilda the Lazy One could see that he was shaking all over in a most peculiar way. Then, as she watched, he staggered, slowly toppled over, and fell to the ground, dead. The people of the town looked up and saw their king lying dead, and great was the wailing and lamentation that was heard. The flags on the houses were pulled down to half-mast, and through the town the people heard the big bell of the church, tolling one sad note to tell that the king was dead. All were sad, save one. In his black castle, Nogbad the Bad heard the distant sounds of sorrow, and as he thought of the crown, the royal treasure, and the taxes, he smiled a greedy smile. Queen Grunhilda rose from her bed in the royal castle and sent for her son, Prince Noggin. "Noggin, my son, Prince of the Nogs, this morning I shall send forth 100 heralds with 100 proclamations, and they will journey to the far corners of the land and tell the people that the king is dead, and that his son Noggin will rule as king of the Nogs when he has chosen a bride from among his people. And therefore all the maidens of gentle birth in the land of Nog who would wish to be queen should present themselves to me, the Queen Gunhilda, at the royal castle within 7 days. And Noggin, we are going to be busy. Soon the sound of trumpets was heard throughout the land. On the battlements of every castle, on the balconies of the tallest houses in every village, the royal heralds could be seen. And oh, what excitement there was among the maidens of the land when they heard the news. And from castles and villages, dressed in their best with good walking shoes on their feet, the maidens could be seen heading for the royal castle. Queen Gunhilda received them as befitted their rank. And on the 7th day the time came for Noggin to choose. In the great hall of the royal castle, the maidens were assembled, multitudes of them in lines across the hall. And slowly Noggin the Nog walked along the lines, looking with great care. There were tall girls, short girls, lean girls from the valleys with hair as black as ravens' wings, fat girls from the castles of the mountain top with golden plaits and eyes as blue as the sky. And he came to the end of the line without having chosen. Or nearly to the end of the line, for standing next to the very last maiden of all was a large green bird. A strange bird, the like of which Noggin the Nog had never seen. What an odd-looking bird, thought Noggin. I wonder what he's doing here.
This has been a Little Airplane production.
This has been a Little Airplane production. This has been a Little Airplane production. This has been a Little Airplane production. This has been a Well Airplane production.
This has been a Well Airplane production.
This has been a Well Airplane production.
this in one sitting. If you'll excuse me, I'm gonna take the occasional break to look at myself in the mirror and cry.
Hi there. You know, everyone has a name. It could be Karen, or Rex, Sonny, or Jose. Moose here. My fine-feathered friend Z and I have some nifty news. In fact, we are delighted to say Noggin is now Nick Jr. Hooray! Would you like to make some new friends today? Plus a dozen or so chums along the way. Then join this kind blue birdie and a moose who's kinda worried when you come over to Noggin to play. Plan a play date with a puppy named Blue, backyardigans, and other friends too. We certainly can't wait to meet you when you come over to Noggin to play.
There's only one way to see Noggin, and that's with the Noggin app. Available for iPhone, iPad, and iPod Touch. Download to begin your free trial today. Monthly subscription fees apply.
This has been a Little Airplane production. This has been a Little Airplane production. This has been a Little Airplane production.
This has been a Well Airplane production.
This has been a Well Airplane production.
in the lands of the north, where the black rocks stand guard against the cold sea. In the dark night that is very long, the men of the Northlands sit by their great log fires, and they tell a tale. They tell of Noggin, Prince of the Nogs, and how he sailed to the land of the midnight sun to fetch Nuka, Princess of the Nooks, to be his queen. They tell how he rescued the little people of the Hot Water Valley from a dragon, and how the dragon gave him a magic gong, which, if he beat it with gold, would call dragons to his aid, if ever he should need the aid of dragons. So they lived in peace and happiness, Noggin and Nuka, king and queen of the Northland. The little town by the harbor, ringed with high mountains, was peaceful. The people were well fed and happy. Summers and winters came and went, and all were content, save one. Peace and tranquility lay heavy on the fierce Thornogson, the captain of the king's guard. Hero of 100 battles, he stood on the harbor wall and looked out to sea, dreaming of the old days when there were warriors and brave deeds and fighting in the land of Nog.
Hail, Thornogson, you look bored.
Hail, Noggin, I am bored. How would you like to sail a great ship high in the clouds? How would you like to sail it above the mountains and over the sea to far, strange lands?
Don't be silly, Noggin. I'm not a bird or a magician.
Come, Thornogson, let me show you. Down by the harbor, in the royal boathouse, Graculus, the great green bird, and Olaf the lofty were having a conference.
But, you stupid bird, we must use leather.
Feathers.
Leather!
Feathers.
Leather!
Feathers, 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 feathers,
Now then, you two. No squabbling. Is the boat finished yet? I want to show it to Thornogson.
Yes, all but the wing coverings. Graculus and I have decided to use leather.
You mean you've decided, you obstinate old lizard? I said feathers.
And I said leather.
Feathers.
Leather.
Feathers.
Be quiet, the pair of you. There it is, Thornogson. What do you think of that? It's a boat. Quite a good little boat, I should say. Strong. But what's the funny-shaped mast for? And all those rods and levers and bits of wood? And that machine in the middle? And where does the sail go?
Ah, well, you see, I will explain. Years ago, when I was a boy, my father, who was, as you know...
It's a flying boat. I invented it myself.
You invented it?
Myself. You see, Thornogson, it has wings like a bird or a bat. They fit onto the cross trees of the mast, and...
I invented it! You impudent fowl, you ungrateful green chicken, you presumptuous parrot. I invented it.
As I was saying, the wings are connected by those tie rods to the machine at the foot of the mast. Now, Olaf, old chap, you tell Thornogson about the machine. You invented that part, didn't you?
Thank you, Graculus. The engine or drive mechanism is by far the most important and original part.
It's a clock.
As I was about to say, it is a simple invention. I call it clockwork, as it resembles the works of a clock. You see, you wind the big handle first, and that stores up power in the springs. Then you pull the starting lever, and away it goes by itself. Oh, Noggin, do you mind if I drop this useless bird in the water?
Yes, I do mind. Put him down at once.
You rat-faced old lizard.
And no more squabbling, either of you. When are those wings going to be ready? Thornogson is waiting to fly in it. Fly? Yes, you wanted a bit of excitement. Me? Why, Thornogson, surely you're not frightened? Frightened? Of course I'm not frightened. And anyway, it's not finished yet, is it?
No. But if I can get the leather, it will be finished by tomorrow morning.
Hi! Come over here and look at this. I think it's a jar or something.
So it is. Fly down and look at it, Graculus. What does it look like to you?
There's a ring and a chain on it.
Well, let's get it out before it breaks on the harbour wall. Can you lift it, Graculus?
No, it's too heavy.
I know. The crane. Thornogson, let the hook down to Graculus and he can hook it onto the ring.
Righto, it's fixed. There it is.
What a big jar.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Don't be silly, Olaf. Why don't you like it? It's just a jar.
I don't like it. It smells of sorcery. It smells of bad magic.
It smells of bad seaweed to me.
And my toes are tickling and tingling. That is a sure sign of sorcery. They are tingling and curling up inside my shoes. Ooh, there's bad magic and it's in that jar.
Well, don't worry, Olaf. I'll have it taken away to the palace armory. You go and get that leather for the wings.
Well, mind you, don't break it. That's all I can say.
Olaf the Lofty went to get the leather for the flying boat's wings, and Noggin and Thornogson put the heavy jar on a barrow and wheeled it away to the armory in the royal castle. Then they went to tea, and that evening they played in a marbles match with the elders of the city, and by bedtime Noggin had forgotten all about the jar standing alone in the royal armory. But Thornogson hadn't. He took a candle and walked very softly to the royal armory. He pushed the door.
Be quiet, you fool.
Oh, who's that?
Me, Olaf. Put that candle out and be quiet.
Oh, all right. What is it?
Come in here and listen.
What is this place, O hard-walled vessel?
It is a dark place, O master. It is part of the royal palace.
I hear voices. Where are they coming from?
From the jar, of course. Be quiet. All is quiet, O master. I hear no sound.
So, here is my journey's end, and yours my prison cell.
Have mercy, master. Spare my brittle skin.
Enough of words, vile gourd. Your time is up.
Oh, spare me. Have mercy, mercy, mercy.
We have done well. So this is the hall of the barbarians? A dismal spot indeed. Now then, the plan. Here. This must be the royal armory. So there will be a staircase, there, which leads straight to the throne room and the trinkets we seek. Let us waste no time. Yes, the glass case at the foot of the steps before the throne. Yes, this looks like it. Yes, a truly elegant bauble. But let us not be impetuous. Let us see. Are we observed? Yes, a helmet I see.
Boop.
Greetings, gentle barbarian.
What are you doing here?
Come, fellow, it is written that the path of the bringer of joyful tidings shall be strewn with the petals of roses.
I dare say it is, but that doesn't tell me why you're creeping around the royal apartments in the middle of the night.
The ways of my master are many and strange, O cow-headed one. Is your master called Noggin? Do they call him Prince of the Nogs?
He is, yes, they do.
Come, lead me to him, and all shall be made clear as the light that shines in the gardens of Bathsheba. Come, lead me to Noggin.
I'm already here. What's going on?
Noggin, he that is called Prince of the Nogs?
Well, King of the Nogs now, actually.
Is it even so? Oh, royal Nog, from my master Emia El Armed, Emperor of the land of Silver Sand, I bring you greetings, greetings, and this unworthy trifle, this poor gift from his royal collection, a silken carpet of strange design.
I say, that's rather a handsome carpet. Ooh, my toes are curling up. Ooh.
See, I will set it here before your throne, O mighty Nog.
Oh, my toes, my toes, my toes. I say, thank you very much. And greetings, of course. Welcome, do sit down. I expect you're tired after your long... Yes, would you care for some refreshment? Olaf? Oh, where has Olaf got to?
I was looking in that glass case, O royal Noggin. It is a fine and beautiful crown. Is it the royal crown of the Northland?
Yes, that's right. I wear it for state occasions. Thornogson, get it out and show it to our guest. Huh? Are you sure? Why, of course. Our friend here won't run off with it, will you?
Oh, even if I would, how should I escape from a palace so excellently guarded?
Yes, you'd have to fly to get past Thornogson's guards.
Yes, indeed, yes. But if your cow-headed soldier will trust me, it would be a pleasure indeed to see the crown more closely. It is a fine and delicate work. Quite exquisite.
Go on, Thornogson. Oh. All right.
Yes, a fine crown, a lovely crown, gold, of course, and rubies, a fitting ornament to majesty itself.
Shh. I went to fetch my father's ring. It is the stone of Nadrag. It guards the wearer against the effects of magic. And I couldn't stand my toes tingling all the time I was near that carpet.
Ah, yes, but it is not just the beauty of the crown itself that interests me. I will tell you a story.
Hi, you two. Olaf, Thornogson. Don't stand there whispering. Dismiss the guards and come and sit down. Our friend here is going to tell us a story.
Ah, good. We are alone. This crown, you see, this beautiful jewel belongs to the true and rightful ruler of the Northlands. Now, to the court of my master, the Emir Ahmed El Ahmed, Emperor of the land of Silver Sand, there came a while ago a tall, sad man who claims to be the rightful king of the Northlands. He claims his throne has been stolen by his wicked nephew and the Green Bird. Of course, this is of no interest to you. You are far from my master's land. But my master, the Emir, well, you know, is much moved by the tale that this barbarian king has told him and... No, cow-hatted barbarian, do not draw your sword. See how my fingers sparkle. You cannot touch me. You cannot move until I have gone. Now, I see the dawn has come to tear the veil of night, and so, as you said, that to leave this palace I would have to fly, thus I rise to take my leave of you. I go, and you cannot lift a finger to stop me. Away!
Look, there it goes. Are you all right, Olaf?
Yes, I'm all right. But the Arab has gone. Look, I've got his shoe. The flying machine should be ready now. Go after him.
That's it, of course. Thornogson, fetch Graculus. Tell him to get the Arab shoe from Olaf and then come down to the harbour. Guards, quick now. Water and provisions at once. There's no time to lose. Come on, run. Everybody ashore now. We're on our way. Where's Graculus?
Here you are. I've got the shoe.
Right. Thornogson, wind the handle. Oh, come on, quick now. What do we do now, Graculus?
Pull the starting lever and hang on to the steering wheel.
Righto then. Here goes. And off we go. Hold tight.
Good luck, Noggin.
Cried Olaf the Lofty.
Good luck, Noggin!
Cried the guards and the people in the streets.
Good luck, Noggin.
Cried Noggin's queen, the fair Nuka, who stood on the palace roof to watch the strange craft flap up over the mountains and turn away towards the south.
This has been a Well Airplane production.
This has been a Little Airplane production. This has been a Little Airplane production.
This has been a Little Airplane production. This has been a Little Airplane production.
This has been a Little Airplane production.
What the heck is going on? Okay, what the truck? What the trucking truck is going on, Noggin?
I'm just doing a bumper for Sesame Street.
Why are you copying my preschool shows, you PBS preschool copier?
No, P-head. Besides, I am owned by CTW and Nickelodeon. So that means that I can show Sesame Street, and other preschool shows that are from CTW and Nick.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. CTW and Nick does not own you.
I am owned by CTW and Nick. Look at this picture and see what you see, you little blue fool.
Noggin, stupid brain, liar, wild brain, tykehead. That picture is fake.
Nice try, P-head, if you think you can scare me with your split.
Now I killed Noggin with my split, but I'm not supposed to use it until 1984.
Viacom.
Zoo pals
This has been a Little Airplane production.
This has been a Well Airplane production.
This has been a Well Airplane production.
has been a Well Airplane production.
This has been a Well Airplane production.
This has been a Well Airplane production.
Listen, I will tell you more of the saga of Noggin the Nog, as it was told in days of old by the men of the Northlands as they sat by their great log fires. I told you how Olaf the Lofty made his fire machine from the plans which the Omrad had given him, and how it ran away with him up towards the cliff. And how Olaf wept, and the Omrads under their glass jars laughed at him.
They're Omrads. It was their invention, and it's all their fault. I shall tear them in pieces. Omrads, wait till I catch you. Omrads, you shall pay for this. Omrads, Omrads, wait. Omrads, I say.
Olaf chased the Omrads into their cave and disappeared from view. The Nogs decided not to go in after him, as he was sure to be quite safe with the Omrads.
Come on, Thorn Oxen. Draculus, it's time for Noggin's birthday banquet. Luca and the mayor are waiting for us and I'm hungry. Come on, run. Noggin's birthday banquet was a great success, as always. Everybody ate and drank and laughed and sang. Noggin made a funny speech, and the children did their famous dance of the ice dragon and the wicked genie, which they do every year on Noggin's birthday. Psst, Noggin. Eh? Oh, what? Oh, yes, Thorn Oxen. What are you all dressed up in armour for? I'm going in after him. Who? Oh, Olaf. Isn't he back yet? No, no sign of him, and I'm worried. Yes. I suppose we'd better find him. I'll come with you. Is this the cave? Yes, I'm sure it is. I remember it. Well, put away your sword, Thorn Oxen. The Omrads are gentle people. I don't want you cutting them in slices. Come on. So Noggin and Thorn Oxen ventured into the cave, where it was dark and rather cold. They felt their way slowly along the wall of the cave.
Why didn't we think of bringing a light? What's that?
A light, I should say. Come on.
I am sent to light the way to bring you to our king.
Lead us, Omrads. We will follow. The Omrad led the Nogs through cool, dark tunnels to an iron door.
Noggin the Nog, welcome to the place under the hill, my kingdom, such as it is.
Greetings, King Under the Hill.
Noggin, your angry friend is quite safe, and better than that, he's no longer angry. He's in my workshops with my engineers, and they are deep in some sort of project. Grunt will call us when it is ready. It seems that this project is so important that even two kings may not interrupt it without permission. So let us be seated. May I offer you food and drink?
Well, thank you very much. We've just finished an enormous banquet. My birthday, you know. I have one every year. Rather ceremonious, you know.
Ah, yes, I know. A cup of weak tea, perhaps?
Oh, yes, that would be very nice. Do you know, until a week or two ago, I didn't know that you Omrads even existed. There have always been stories about the little people living in caves under the hill, but I hadn't taken much notice of them.
Oh, we've been here for quite a few years now. We used to be in the caves of Nudrug after the old sorcerer retired, but there were some black crows which lived outside the great cave. They were no trouble to us at all, until a man came from the north, beyond the Glass Mountains. He was a giant like you Nogs, and he drilled these crows like an army, and they came into the great cave and drove us out. Now we live here where it is peaceful, but one day we would like to return to Nudrug. At Nugrad we had a garden of trees and flowers, all the right size for us, not those gigantic trees and cattle which you have. That is what the project is about, I think. Grunt has been working on a diminishing fluid for years.
A diminishing fluid?
Yes, if it works, a few drops of the fluid dripped onto a plant or animal will cause it to shrink down to a smaller size. Omrad size, you see. Then perhaps, when we can buy a little piece of land, we can have a garden and a farm and fresh milk for our children.
I will give you land, King Under the Hill. There's some good meadow land below the caves at the end of the town. You can have it and welcome.
We are ready now, Your Majesties. We have prepared a demonstration.
Ah, yes. Come, Noggin, Thorn Oxen, I will lead the way.
Oh, there you are, Noggin. Good. Most interesting place, this. Marvellous equipment.
What have you made for us, Olaf the Lofty?
Ah, yes. Well, I've just been helping Grunt here with the finishing touches for his diminishing formula. You see this cabbage plant? A good, healthy cabbage plant? Well, I will just pour a few drops of this liquid onto it, and it will become a good, healthy cabbage plant, just the same as it is now, but half the size. Watch. Thus. Oh, I say. Oh, it's not supposed to do that, is it? I'll try again. Oh, dear. I'm afraid there may have been a mistake.
Yes, Olaf, I think there has been a mistake, and for goodness sake, don't put any more of that stuff on that cabbage. It does just the opposite of what it's supposed to do. There won't be room to move in here in a minute. Oh, King under the hill, I'm sorry you've been burdened with my idiot inventor. I will take him home.
Take this bottle of fluid as well, I pray you. We have no room here for giant cabbages.
And Omrad led the Nogs to a cave behind the town, and they went home.
Where have you all been?
We went to fetch Olaf. He was in the Omrad's place under the hill. Do you know, those Omrads have got workshops and a king and royal apartments and all sorts of stuff under the hill.
Yes, and I made a wonderful fluid. It makes things grow to twice their size at once.
Go on, you're pretending.
Oh, no, I'm not. Look at this potato plant.
Oh, that's not bad, Olaf.
Not bad. It's marvellous.
Well, I don't know about marvellous. Dangerous, yes.
Why dangerous?
Well, supposing the rats in the castle drains were sprinkled with it. Rats as big as wolves, just picture it. In the wrong hands, that could be the most dangerous stuff ever invented.
Well, in my hands, it is going to be the greatest invention in the world. I shall keep it and use it for the benefit of all mankind.
What happened?
A big black crow just flew down and took it out of my hand.
Serves you right, you boasting old fool. I reckon we're well rid of it.
Don't be silly, Graculus. Fly after it and catch it. That is one of the crows of Nadrag, I expect. Fly after it. Catch it. Graculus flew. He flew high in the sky and looked to the north. The crow was a black spot in the far distance.
Now for some fast flying. Where's he heading for? Yes, Noggin was right. The caves of Nadrag. I'll soon catch him in there.
So, we meet again. Graculus, you ugly fowl, you have much to answer for.
Not bad. Not bad, the bad.
Yes, Graculus, me. Banished, scorned, imprisoned and deprived, Nogbad still comes back to claim his rightful crown, the crown of the Northlands. And you, Graculus, are going to help me.
Never!
Yes. The first thing you are going to do is to tell me what is in this precious little bottle that my black little friend has brought to me.
Remember the dragons, Nogbad. If you steal anything ever again...
What, me? I haven't stolen anything. The crows are terrible thieves, but I'm not. Oh, no. Now then, what is in this bottle? What is it? What is in it?
Flying juice. Hold it tight, or it'll fly away. Hold it tight.
Hold it tight. Catch him, crows!
So Graculus escaped from the caves of Nadrag and from the clutches of the wicked Nogbad. Tired and bruised, he flew down the valley to Noggin's castle. There he landed and came before Noggin to tell him what had happened. Did you tell him what was in the bottle, Graculus?
Certainly not, but I expect he'll find out soon enough. He's probably doing some experiments on his crows already.
Well, there's only one thing for it, an expedition. We'll take the flying boat to the Blue Lake and go on foot from there. We should be there in a day or two.
What do we do when we get there?
Oh, I expect we'll think of something. I think we can deal with old Nogbad and a few crows without much trouble.
I wonder.
Come on, let's go down the town and organize this expedition.
We shall need climbing boots and biscuits and an alarm clock. We shall need lots of brown paper and swords and spears and a tin opener. The Nogs made ready their expedition. They gathered together the provisions they needed and took them to the harbour where their flying boat was waiting. I say, that's a lot of stuff you've got there, Thor Nogson. We mustn't take so much that this thing won't fly.
It doesn't matter how much stuff he brings. I don't think we shall need to go on this expedition after all. Look up there.
What are they?
Crows, I should think.
Crows? But they're huge. They're as big as cart horses.
Yes, but much, much nastier.
Look out! Look out! What are they? Look at those things up there! Run! 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 What are they doing, Graculus?
They are landing in the castle.
Come on, Thor Nogson, quick! Noggin! There's birds! Huge birds! There's birds!
All right, you rebel. All right. Call yourself the King's Guard. All right, so there's a few big birds landed in the castle.
But, sir, they're huge.
All right, so they're huge. Now then, form up behind me, and we'll march back into the castle and clear them out. Come on now, jump to it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now then, follow me. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Halt! What's happened, Thor Nogson?
The crows have dropped the iron gate. We can't get in.
Can't get in, but Nuka is in there. Nuka, are you all right? Nuka, can you hear me? Yes, Noggin, I'm in the tower. Have you locked the door? I want to come out. Don't worry, we'll get you out. Graculus, there's a pulley block over there. Can you fly up and hang it onto the cornerstone above Nuka's window?
I can try, Noggin.
Is it firm, Graculus?
Yes, it feels quite solid.
Good. Now, guards, 4 of you get hold of the rope and I'll stand in the basket. Right? Right, haul away then.
Look, the crows! Graculus, the crow! He's trying to undo the pulley!
Oh, no, you don't, you evil bluts! Let go of that! I'll claw you to bits! Get out of it! Go on!
Come on, Nuka. Hold on tight. All right below. Lower away.
No, you don't, you horrible beetle birds! Get over! Let go of that!
Well, we're down. Are you all right, Nuka? Yes, I'm all right. Are you all right, Graculus?
Lost a feather or two, but I'm not hurt.
Well, Noggin, what do we do now?
What do we do now? I haven't the slightest idea.
This has been a Little Airplane production. production. This has been a Little Airplane production.
Has been a Little Airplane production.
Thank you.